government him first. Some people think the government. I think my daughter was taken. I want to know where the
The operator right here is a twist, like a motorcycle. It has arrows right here to show you. You never want to be between the tool and the vehicle. And you do have to hold it. Sometimes it can sit on its own, but you do have to hold it up. So I usually need help rest it on there. Lots of times, see how it's peeling the outer cover with the rest of it? So you gotta keep working it in.
You know, on the YouTube it looks easy because you just like smash the window and
Yeah,
open
that's
inside.
right, yeah.
Thought you were going to sit inside.
Yeah, but they have to work it. Obviously, you know, it's closed, so I guess you have to keep
You just have
working
to
it in
know where to
further.
put it. Now come over here. See right here?
We signed away.
I guess they work pretty slow.
Special name, the bolt.
There are enough paramedics over here.
We're surrounded by
Nader pin. Nader pin. That's where the door actually latches to
they
it.
have morphine.
It's right there. Get down in there and look.
drunk.
That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah. I'm a drug
You're the
dealer.
pharmacist.
Oh, yeah. Exactly, but I don't have any on me though. That's probably different.
That's right. There's probably
Try.
people who don't have anything on.
Just whenever I walk out of the pharmacy, I always like make sure I pull up my coat because there were pharmacists that have been hot in Florida. There have been something to do. I don't want to.
Oh yeah. You should definitely. Yeah.
The keys away. I put the jacket away. I'm like, I don't know. I don't work here.
Yeah.
One guy I heard is like going to walk down in South Georgia. Not South Georgia.
From over here, right? So
Medicaid.
you want to make
The
sure
guy,
your leg isn't going to be in the way. Because it will take you out
he left killed for 50 cents.
Uh,
I was like, you want to kill me? I'll give you the 50 cents.
Really scared that door.
I get the feeling something's going to fly off.
Then again,
We'll use the cutter in conjunction with that. If you can't find the spreader, then we'll get in there with the cutter and we'll try to cut it around it and around it how it goes. Well, man. You got gear on, step up. We'll use both tools. Just about see if you can with the Halligan get in there and work it a little. Get in there.
Good on the line like that? Feel the tool? Let the tool go. The tool is set where it's going to cut. You can't fight it.
Alright. You guys have any questions about anything?
So these particular cars, I guess, nobody had to be cut out of. Just by luck, they were able to. The drivers and stuff were able to get out without being.
Correct. I'm assuming this person here either crawled out the window, the front, or something of that. I don't know. But yes, that's correct. I mean, there's a lot of variables. That's pretty bad, though. I mean, when that happens, that's pretty bad. But you would, like I said before, you'd be surprised at who can walk away from these kind of things, you know.
So you do like evaluations to take these people to the hospital? or
Yes,
you
ma'am.
just-
We're EMTs and paramedics as well.
Okay.
So not only when it's, but when somebody's hurting there, yeah. Well, if somebody is in there that absolutely is in dire need of a life-threatening event going on, punctured lung or whatever it may be, we can intubate while they're in the car still. We can start IVs while they're in the car still. We can go ahead and do everything in the car.
As long as you can get to it.
We're trained. Yes, that's correct. Yep.
Does the door ever fly off?
Fly off? No, not really.
Hinges?
Unless there's pressure under it, of course. You know, some kind of pressure.
Yeah.
How long does the typical extrication take you?
Our time frame is 20 minutes or less. However, anything above 20 minutes becomes a higher probability of injuries getting worse, if you will. You know,
Well, yeah.
I mean, because if their pelvis is compressed and they're bleeding out, there's a problem. We got a major problem. During the ice storm, there was people that were crushed in between cars. So what happens is you get your pelvis crushed or whatever. You pull that car away, all of a sudden the fluid just drops out, and so they're better just to kind of hang out. Yeah, hang out. Yeah. This is not the prettiest thing you ever see. However, that's not what we're here for. So, but
Do you ever get like chopper support?
yes, we have helicopter. Yeah, we call for helicopters. Yeah. Absolutely. If there's any, for once again, if there's a patient, pediatrics, kids, yeah, we'll call the helicopter
I
out.
think about 4 or 5 years ago there was something on 400, if I remember.
Yeah, there's
roughly.
actually a lot, quite all.
with helicopters.
Oh, yeah.
I remember.
Yeah. Especially, you think about the time of day. If we're doing this at 5 o'clock rush hour,
Impossible.
we'll start a chopper in the air and have them hovering around.
That's pretty quick. Get that
Yeah.
And you guys put some kind of treatment on the glass to bring it over here or something?
Treatment on the
It's tampered. It's got the glass is inside of plastic.
Oh, I see.
Cover.
Okay.
like a film. Yeah.
The edges all windshields are.
All right.
That's why it's always you never see it front glass. Can't think goes through it. It's got to be sharp.
If you look here, all your vehicles will say temper light or tempered.
Yeah.
And that's that little hole punch that you put right here in the corner. You press it, it shatters. It won't break inside. Now we'll break it inside, but we'll cover the patient up
And
or
then you
whomever.
can kind of peel it away.
Yeah, actually, you kind of do. You can like I said, there's a film within here,
You can roll it away.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Wigs on it, duct tape, and it just comes off one big old
One big old sheet. That's correct. Yeah.
After you shout out.
Yes. So as you guys can see, the patient's still in the car. Sorry, Mark. Patient's still in the car, but you know we're trying not to manipulate that person too much. I think one of the biggest things with people that are still stuck in the car is anxiety levels. I mean, that's you got all this going on.
The amount of force, with the amount of force that's on the they're not, you couldn't even cut your head.
So what if there are like there's more than one person in the car? Do you ever triage before you start
Oh yes,
cutting?
absolutely. If there's more than one person in the car, we do the best we can with stabilizing the car. See that cribbing on the bottom, that wood. So now we can kind of work without it slipping or sliding or moving or rolling on us. We'll go in there. We'll start making sure everybody's okay.
Extricate somebody. This is really not an issue. We wouldn't even cut this any further because we would be wasting time trying to, our primary concern is to get somebody out of the car. So this is way enough out of the way. It's out where we need to.
What they have is they have.
If there was more compression, we may cut. These are 3 coats.
Is an element of the training like time? Do you ever like put a stopwatch on to see when guys can pull these apart, or is that not really?
There is. Well, you know what? Right now no, but we do have contests
Right, that's right.
for that kind. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, sir. We do.
Cool.
Well, we have contests to see who can pop that door, get in there. And, it gets to be crazy.
Like national competition.
Regional, state,
Awesome.
city between city and city.
Yeah.
How often do you get to practice this?
Not often. No. This is nice to see.
How often do you end up doing it for real?
Every few shifts, maybe.
I mean, don't you run into like with every new model that comes out there's something as a surprise?
Well, so with that being said, so those new cars, you got BMW, Volvo, Volkswagen Touareg, anything like that. Now all these cars are coming with side curtains, so we have to constantly. Or the big thing is the hybrid cars with all the batteries in the trunk and all the cables. So we have to continuously keep up on that and train on it, which we need to kind of brush up on it.
Is there?
But see how they're cutting that post over there? They're inside of there. There's little hydraulic compressed gas. So you pop that, it is a real loud boom. You're rolling, you know. So. There's a lot of hazards nowadays with this stuff.
Are there vehicles that are particularly difficult to cut through, or is there certain makes that are just
not to cut through? No, but to be aware of those.
Yeah, okay.
All the hydraulic tools that are hydraulic rams and everything that are inside the side. These cars here don't have any of that stuff.
So the worst that happens is you cut through a hydraulic line and it makes a noise. Or do the cars ever?
Oh yeah, it'll make that loud boom.
What about the batteries? Is it ever like live?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, see, when we approach a vehicle, make sure it's upright. We'll go in. We'll make first thing is as simple as to turn the car off. Everybody forgets to turn the car off, and I got it. You know, you're like freaking out. Oh, absolutely. So you forget to turn the car off. So if I put my face in the car, I'm looking at you, and that airbag can come out and get us both.
Oh yeah.
And that thing comes out at 70 miles an hour.
So if the car's off, the airbag will deploy?
No, it will deploy. But I mean, the car, if somebody's in the car, they can still step on the gas pedal or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, so there's some hazards with that.
There's nothing you can do to like poke the airbag before it deploys?
No.
Can't burst it?
No, but you can cut the battery. We cut the battery cables too.
And that keeps the airbag from
I don't know. Does that keep the airbag? No, that doesn't keep the airbag from
would
going off.
hope
either. Not a whole lot keeps the airbag from going off.
And that
So do
defeats
they
the
go
whole
off on
purpose.
you a lot?
No.
Okay.
Thank goodness. Now that I said that. But I'm just saying. But that is, you know, we have all that stuff to think about. Yes, man, it is.
This car, I'm assuming was on its roof. Because of the way you have the damage here,
You can imagine if there's a car seat or a baby in the back.
Well,
And it's trying to cut
that's
through.
absolutely, and right immediately we go to that, and if you can see, well, like you just said, side impacts. You know, babies sit on one side or the other. So if there's an intrusion to the this right here is called the A post. We call it the A post. This is the B post, C post. Okay? So if there's intrusion here, you know, with a good T-bone, I know y'all heard about T-bones. If there's a good intrusion in a pediatric sitting here, you know, there's high mechanism. So we're all of a sudden now churning. Okay, who else is in the car? If there's a rollover, we ask, is there, you know, if there's one person in the car, how many people are in the car? Well, there's two other people. Okay, now we're looking around the sides of the streets, in the trees.
Do people fly out of cars a lot?
Yes, ma'am.
So I heard if you can stay in the car, you're in good shape. Is that true?
Oh yeah, you always want to stay in.
So people who
Seatbelts,
just,
man.
Have their seatbelts and stuff, they go flying.
Absolutely.
So
Flying out the
kids are
windshield.
strapped in.
Well, properly, you know, and you just, you know, that car seat's got to be strapped in too.
So kids and car seats go flying?
They can, as long, but they're not. I mean, it's, yeah, they got to be strapped in that base and all that.
What's the most common injury you're treating on a collision?
Glass.
Airbags.
Airbag.
To be honest with you, airbag injuries and seatbelt injuries.
Neck and back pain.
Neck and back pain. So neck, back pain, seatbelt injuries, because that seatbelt locks up, it causes pain and redness. The airbags will cause burns, just from the airbag.
We'll get neck and back pain. We'll get neck and back pain for a damn like that. It's funny.
Well, that too.
Oh god.
Yeah.
They're on the phone with their attorney, you know.
Was it Neil Flitt?
Flit.
Flitt comes out. Flitt's following these cars.
Major intrusion.
I'll be right there.
Oh yeah.
Terms like new technology, like hybrids, like my wife has a Lexus hybrid.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I was looking, I read that this, you know, I do work on cars, so I have the factory service manual, and I looked through all the electronics, and I also found this dismantler's manual for it. And oh my gosh, that car, you know, it's got a safety. You pull under the back seat. There's a safety that you're supposed to be able to pull, which should render the car inactive.
Oh yeah.
But then if it's live, you've got like 300 volts running around.
Yep. Which is not good.
And then under the back seat, you've got 3 big battery packs, which are supposed to be well contained.
Yeah, that's how I was just explaining. We have to take care of all that.
It says if it starts on fire, it says let it go.
Just let it go.
It says it's a battery pack. It says don't try to fight it.
Yeah.
Just let it go. Ohio car ran a stop sign at Teagle, and she had mid-brain injury. She had to be life flighted to trauma care.
When that happens and you have this outside doors feeling,
Oh man, thank you very much.
There's like a pair of kids' pants in there too.
we're working with each other. Therapy says y'all not even gonna better fight it. That's all it is. We'll open it up and see what we need.
Yes, y'all want to switch? Guys, 2 more? 2 more people? Ladies, we got 2 more. Oh, never mind.
I'm sure they go much faster when it's real. When it's real, they probably go much faster than this, of course.
No, we got one more pup. You want to pop? So we're just going to work. Fine there.
We're talking about the airbags. Not all the airbags.
Wow. You can imagine if the glass hadn't shattered by now, it probably starts breaking and all over the place.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Yeah, that felt good, didn't it?
That needs to go on a t-shirt somewhere. Hey, y'all, come on over here. I'll show you something before you. So as you can see, they took the door off. Now, if we have somebody in there that needs to be, come on down here. So what they did with those cutters, the claw. See how they cut right here? Mm-hmm. Then they cut right here. Mm-hmm. And then they cut right here. Mm-hmm. And then they cut right here. So now what we can do is, once they cut that other side, we can take the entire roof and move it over here, and we can somehow get that patient out, you know. Straight up.
Pull the patient straight up.
Straight up and out.
Extra lubrication device, and then we can actually attach the patient to it and just lift them straight up and out the car. So,
Do you tend to cut all the way around and lift the roof off, or do you cut one side and use that piston or something?
No, we will cut all the way around for our safety as well, so we're not killing ourselves. But this is a lot of work. Well, we're out there. But regardless, yeah, we'll make sure all these cuts. About 4 of us will go like this and take it straight off. So now it's convertible. And then if this, with that, I don't see the dashboard too bad. But with that head-on collision, this dashboard will be up in here, so their knees and everything will be compressed. And then we have to roll that dashboard to lift it straight out.
Roll the dashboard.
You would roll that ram, and we'll show you. It'll stick in the frame of the vehicle. When you open the door, you see that little frame right there. It'll stick right there, and you put the ram like somewhere up in here, and it'll roll this piece that way, and you do the same thing on the other side. So you're actually just kind of you're peeling the car from around the person. So that's kind of the ideology of doing it. Here's your seatbelt. Oh.
Where's your seatbelt?
There you go.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah.
Down. Yeah, use the glove. That's pretty quick. Well done.
Now you know.
Yeah.
Gotta get a knife like that.
It's not good for cutting butter though. Do we need safety officers?
Sorry, Dad.
How often do y'all see, like gas leaks? How often does that?
Not much. I mean, we do a few of us that way. We've got to look up just a mixture of water and so you kind of get to bring the gas up top and put it together on top of it.
are we taking that back the back windshield? Are you taking that out?
No, that's take off the hard impact usually. Yeah, usually the car.
Down their mouth.
Drive shift right here, like you have to go there. So it's a lot.
Just make your first.
Oh.